Hello, dear listeners, and welcome back to another episode of our podcast. Today, we're going to delve into the world of herb gardens. We'll be discussing how to grow and maintain a variety of herbs for both culinary and medicinal purposes. So whether you're a seasoned gardener or a beginner looking to start your first herb garden, this episode is for you. Let's start with the basics. What is an herb garden? Simply put, an herb garden is a space dedicated to growing herbs. These can be culinary herbs, medicinal herbs, or a mix of both. The beauty of an herb garden is that it doesn't require a lot of space. You can have an expansive outdoor herb garden, a small bed in your backyard, or even a windowsill herb garden. The key is to choose a location that gets at least 6 hours of sunlight each day. Now let's talk about the types of herbs you might want to grow. For culinary purposes, some popular choices. Some popular choices include basil, parsley, rosemary, thyme, and mint. These herbs are not only delicious, but also quite easy to grow. For medicinal purposes, you might consider herbs like echinacea, chamomile, lavender, and lemon balm. These herbs have been used for centuries to treat a variety of ailments. Once you've chosen your herbs, it's time to get planting. Most herbs can be grown from seeds, but some, like rosemary and mint, are easier to grow from cuttings or transplants. When planting your herbs, make sure to give them plenty of room to grow. Most herbs don't like to be crowded and need good air circulation to prevent disease. Now let's move on to the care and maintenance of your herb garden. First and foremost, herbs need well-drained soil. If your soil is heavy clay, you might want to consider adding some organic matter, like compost or well-rotted manure, to improve its texture and drainage. Watering is another crucial aspect of herb care. Most herbs prefer slightly dry soil, so it's better to underwater than overwater. A good rule of thumb is to water when the top inch of soil feels dry to the touch. However, some herbs, like mint and parsley, prefer more moisture, so they may need to be watered more frequently. Pruning is also important for keeping your herbs healthy and productive. Regularly pinching back your herbs will encourage bushier growth and prevent them from becoming leggy. For most herbs, you should aim to remove about 1/3 of the growth each time you prune. Now let's talk about harvesting. The best time to harvest herbs is in the morning, after the dew has dried but before the sun gets too hot. This is when the oils that give herbs their flavor and medicinal properties are at their peak. To harvest, simply cut off the top third of the plant. Be sure to leave enough foliage for the plant to continue growing. Finally, let's discuss how to use your herbs. For culinary purposes, fresh herbs can be used in a variety of dishes. They can be chopped and added to salads, soups, and stews, or used as a garnish. Dried herbs are more potent and can be used in marinades, rubs, and sauces. For medicinal purposes, herbs can be used in a variety of ways. They can be made into teas, tinctures, and salves, or used in aromatherapy. However, it's important to note that not all herbs are safe to consume or use on the skin. Always do your research and consult with a healthcare professional before using herbs medicinally. In conclusion, growing an herb garden can be a rewarding experience. Not only does it provide you with fresh, flavorful herbs for your kitchen, but it can also offer a natural, holistic approach to health and wellness. So why not give it a try? With a little time and care, you can cultivate a thriving herb garden that meets your culinary and medicinal needs. That's all for today's episode. I hope you found this discussion on herb gardens informative and inspiring. As always, thank you for tuning in and happy gardening.